What is going on, guys? It's Kirby back here, and I just realized this is probably going on Parkway, so that makes no sense. But today we were just looking at this beautiful 1995 GT2. Now, usually in these games, I like to find one car that can pretty much do about everything, and it usually becomes like my daily driver in this game. A car that can handle well, drift, drag race, all that. Well, I think I found the car. Usually, I pick a Skyline or something like that. Last few games has been the R35, Forza Horizon 3 and 4. I was driving that a lot. And obviously in 2, it was one of my more favorite cars, but it wasn't the car I was driving around all the time. This car, just something about it is, it just hits right. Like, you can drive it anywhere you want, pretty much. If you want off-road tires, I'm pretty sure this thing will go off-roading. But it handles so well, but yet, even if you wanted to, you can rip the e-brake and go drifting with it. Like, this thing is just all around an amazing car. And, I mean, it's a Porsche. Obviously, you could be like me, put a little bit of a Rocket Bunny kit on it. Or, not a Rocket Bunny, what? Oh, God, I'm going to be... I can't remember the name of the wide body kit for it. Oh, God, what's his name? RWD. RWD, yeah. Oh, my God. How am I a car nerd and I don't know this? Oh, well, I'll correct myself in a minute. That kind of makes me a little bit mad. But I'm just running around. I was doing a few gift drops because several... oh, I thought this was receiving one. I don't know. I went and collected a few. But I thought it'd be fun just to go get this thing in a race. As you guys can tell, I'm currently broke. So I have no clue how that happened. It's definitely not because of my spending habits in this game. And instead of this time around making a collection of cars, I'm actually building them. I'm actually trying to find like a close race we could do. Is that? Oh, that's on dirt, ain't it? I don't know where to go. See, so guys, I've not really been playing this game that much. Sadly, I have been stuck doing a lot of work. Okay, we'll go do the glide while I'm at it. But I've just been stuck doing a lot of work. And really, the only thing I've done in this game, the past few times I've gotten on it, was customize a car and usually come back to this car. Because anytime I'm driving around with my friends and stuff, for some reason I picked this car. It's a nice car to cruise in. I don't have any issues with it. If we want to go drift, I go drift. If we want to drag race, I drag race with it. If we want to do rolls with it, I roll with it. I mean, it's just one of those cars that you can't be upset to drive. Like, yeah, I'll try to put the specs list down in the description of this video of what I'm running. I don't even think I'm running the wide body kit on it because I know this thing can get wider. But it's just, if you crash in this car, you must be a horrible driver. It is honestly that good of a car. Like, I just touched the curb right there. And I don't have this thing fully maxed out. I'm only pushing a little over 700 horsepower, I do believe. But, I mean, I want to say it's around 750. I know it's not the fastest in the game. I know there's a bunch of people saying, oh, there's 1,000+ horsepower cars you could be driving right now. If you guys are sitting around driving nothing but 1,000 horsepower cars in this game, you are missing out. Get you something like this, something nice, small, and nimble, you know, especially this, because it's just that good of a car, and just go drive around. 1,000 horsepower cars, yeah, they're fun to drive because you can do dumb stuff with them. But have you ever driven a car that just handles so well that it doesn't need the power?
Turn left.
This is just that good of a car. And it also sounds good. I think this is a flat 4. I want to check that real quick. Hold on. Okay, I was wrong. It is a flat 6. At least I think it is. It is a 3.6, I do believe, with 444 horsepower. Honestly, if I could have a car like this in real life, as many of you guys know, I have a soft spot for Porsches in my heart, like these older styles. I had a buddy who had one. Sadly, he does not anymore because of a little bit of a accident. But it was almost exactly like this one. It was just a little bit older. It was a 80s model, I do believe. And just the body styling mixed with the little bit of performance you get, it just is amazing. And that's why I like driving these older Porsches, especially in these games. Because if they handle well, they have decent power, they're just so fun. Like, look, I'm literally cruising around these corners from anywhere from 60 to 80, and I'm having little to no wheel spin. And watch, I could just freaking punch it through this corner. See that patch of dirt? Didn't even affect me. Uh-oh. Well, we were about to drive on some air right there. But honestly, I want to do this Goliath race to just... I'm not even going to say much during it. I'm just going to race. The Goliath, I have an issue with it. I've done it I've tried to do it a few times. I've yet to do it in this game for, like, really. But, I mean, this car should make it a breeze. With the decent power, the handling. I know I sound like a broken record, but you gotta understand, this car, I bet, hold on, let's just go on the inside. This thing looks like a Cadillac. Like, oh, well, never mind, I can feel the bump in my controller a little bit, so it's not 100% like a Cadillac, but, I mean, this thing is pretty nice. Oh, and if anyone knows where one is sitting around for just like a couple $1,000, I know the only one I can afford Porsche-wise is the Boxster, but from the early 2000s. If anybody knows where an old one like this is, tell me. Oh, speaking of, anyone from the North Carolina area who has been on Facebook Marketplace within the last year has probably seen this car. There is, I believe, in Charlotte, a Porsche 912, which is the European Porsche 911, from what I've gathered. It's completely rusted out, and you have to do over, I'm going to guess, $50K in work, because it needs a motor. Ooh, burped a little bit. Oh, there it is. Alright, but it needs a new motor, it needs a new transmission, it needs basically everything from the ground up, it even needs floorboards, and the guy still wants $20K for it. Now, the guy who's selling it, apparently he's a Porsche restoration shop. Well, if you look through the photos and through the other stuff he's selling, he's got literally mountains of parts there, but he's wanting to restore it, so he's not going to slap together some kind of crazy build with it, like I would. If I had something like that, I would probably make one hell of a track car, or just like, not a track car, a touring car. But just look at this thing. The little accent with the wheels. Just. Now, like I said, I haven't done this race much, and I'm just saying from the cars I just seen, I wish there was a race like this in real life. Oh my god. Imagine if there was a race like this in real life. I'm just saying, that would be insane. Ooh. I don't know how fast these other cars go. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a Maserati right here in front of me. Oh. I don't know how fast those cars can go. I know they got big wings, and that usually makes them handle really well. Because, you know, car logic. Big wing equals downforce. You know what's really crazy about this game? I know one of the first few times I tried to do this race, I couldn't. Because this was back when the first version of Forza Horizon 5 was out. And they were having the bandwidth issues. Like, this game was basically impossible to play. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What is that yellow car? Hold on, we're going to have to pass up these guys because now my curiosity is piqued. There's a Ferrari F40 up there. But, okay, back to my story. So, every time I tried to do this race originally, I would get to the part where, like, right after this, where it starts getting, like, really curvy. And, I couldn't take the curves because the bandwidth would literally cut it off. And then the next thing I knew, I got thrown into a, train track, like, railing or something like that. I don't know what you call them. Post, I guess? I don't know. Whew. I didn't even mean to spin a little bit there. Oh, that's a Lotus! Whoops. I just knew there was a bunch of Maseratis like that in this game. I'm just saying, is it bad that, you know, your modern cars are not that good, so everybody chooses the old, like, GT cars? Ooh! Actually, I do have a story about Maserati. So, along with all the work and stuff that I've been doing now, I have to wake up really, really early. And the other day, I was running a bit late. Or, no, I got up a little bit later because, like, my schedule was changed for once. And there was this guy. It was a 2018 Maserati. I could tell because it was the newer body style one with the, or like newer rear end. And this guy literally flies up on me, and I'm in the truck. So I pull up. This is a 2-lane road, and I pull up next side of some Camry, and this guy's sitting there, run, run, you know, just going to town on that little poor V8. That Ferrari V8. I think it's a V8. Yeah. You know, and you guys know, you rev those things too much, it's going to explode. And we go off. He's sitting there going in between lanes and stuff, trying to get past us. And he eventually got to a point where he just straight up, I guess, decided to risk it for the biscuits. There was a small gap in between me and this, I want to say it was a Camry. And he literally just made it through. He made that big old Maserati fit through a small gap. And I'm actually surprised he did. Okay, get up here and see what these cars are. Are those the... What are those? How do you get in photo mode? There we go. Whoa. Is that... Oh, that's the car that we get at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Wow. See, if I can have a car like this, but modern design, that would look really nice. And then, we got old BMW over here. I love this thing. I don't know if you guys remember that from Forza Horizon 2. But that car was just crazy. But I'm just saying, look at this. We're a little Porsche, and we're beating these, like, we're beating these race cars. Like, look at this. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's a good photo right there. But watch, it's gonna be blurry as hell. I hate that you can't take like photos of other cars in this game unless you have like your shutter all the way down. Like, I wish there was an option that would like include other cars or uninclude other cars. But look at this, we're behind an F40 right now. Now, obviously, the F40 is one of the best cars ever made. I don't care what you say. I will own one. Or, well, I won't own one. I will drive one. I wish I would own one. That would be kind of cool, but I would have to buy one of the ones that's already been modified, because it would be a shame to take something like that and build it. Fucking flamingos. They're not even spawned in, but they still make that stupid noise. But I would love something like that in real life. And I've had a weird obsession with exotics and stuff lately. Just the designs and stuff. But now I'm always going to stick to my American Muscle and JDM car community roots. But the stuff that's going on with the exotics and supercar and all that, what's been going on in that community is just crazy. You're getting all these concept designs that are actually kind of making it, or at least being slightly produced, especially from companies like Lamborghini that are also making it in the games. If you guys haven't seen GTA, they're actually taking a bunch of the cars that were just made and putting it in the game, or like make a version of that game, or a car in that game. Which, I mean, I'm not going to complain. They get cars out faster than Forza does. Well, I mean, give or take, Forza's cars, or Forza Horizon's cars, do handle a lot better than GTA's. I just want to say, I'm on one of the hardest difficulties, and I'm leaving these guys in the dust. Ugh. Just imagine something like this in real life. Like, just taking your Porsche and just yeeting it through a desert. Fun fact, I've been in a desert. Like I said, I've been to basically where this place is based out of in Mexico. I believe this is like right under the California line. I want to say it's there, because that's actually a nicer place to live in Mexico from what I've seen. I loved it there. It was full of, surprisingly, it was full of a lot of culture, stuff like that. It was, the people that I got to meet were nice. And I know there's crazy stories of crazy things, drugs, stuff like that in Mexico. But I don't know if it's just because of the tour and all, or the people I was with. But it was just a good place to visit. If I can find a picture of it on my computer, I actually, a beach like this one that we're next side of, went ATV riding. And fun fact, we actually lied about my age so I can drive myself, because I was 1 year off and they didn't check IDs. Which was really cool. And kind of sucked at the same time, because my cousin, who is younger than me, she has actual side by side. She has like one of the really, really nice ones. And she's had one for years, and they wouldn't let her drive one on this trip, which was, I mean, she's qualified to do it, I think. Oh. Well, looks like we are actually getting some bandwidth issues, because now the whole team, or a whole group of people I just left caught up to me because of it. Go and open up a whole can of Gapplebees on them real quick. I'm actually enjoying this a lot. Compared to the first few times I tried playing this. I say that and then the bandwidth kicks in again. I'm actually enjoying it. I guess I just picked the wrong cars. I originally tried doing it with the... Oh, fuck. I originally tried doing it with the Apollo, I think. And I just did not like it at all. I don't know if it's just because of how my Apollo built. I just did not like it. I know I'm going off the track a little bit here. I'm just trying to take a little bit of a drive line cut. Just so I can get a little bit of space from these guys. See, now in games like this, I feel like it's fine to do that. But when you're in like motorsport, I feel like you're kind of a prick if you do it. And obviously, with the motorsport series, you don't have the handling capabilities to do that unless you've been training in motorsport since Motorsport 1. Ooh, wait, we get tunnel? Hold on. Ah, that was not as fun as I thought it would be. Oh crap, I shouldn't have downshift. Go, little Porsche, go. Alright, game, come on, stop lagging for 1 minute. Nobody saw that. I haven't gotten this far in the race, so I'm probably going a lot slower than what I should be. I wonder if this game's like Call of Duty. Nathan was trying to explain something with the new Call of Duty map earlier. Basically, you have to... The game's going to be really laggy until you go to pretty much every place on the map. Which is a little bit weird. And honestly, I hate how these cars are basically getting hacks right now. Because, like, bro, this is unfair. How do I get stopped and these cars get a chance to catch up? I really wonder if Forza is like that, though. Where you need to be across the map. Or have traveled all over the map. So your bandwidth doesn't just go stupid. Now, the crazy thing is, my friends who are on Xboxes, they're not even on the new Series X or whatever. They've only been on the Xbox One. Many of them first gens or like the S's or whichever one's like the one just right above the normal one. And they haven't complained much about this game. I mean, the obvious complaint they had was servers, but as far as I know, that's been fixed for the most part. Knowing I still can't see freaking half the people I'm in a lobby with, because we tried getting into a game the other night, me and one other person. So I wanted to see the one other person. He could see me, but I couldn't see him. And he had something he wanted to show me. I'm like, I can't see it. And also, like, I was talking to him after I did homework, or when I was doing homework. So, like, I just hopped on right after, and it was like 1 o'clock at night. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at your car, race it, and then I'm getting off. But couldn't do that. I wonder how long this video is gonna be. I've never done this race, so I got a feeling we're almost done. I mean, we're back on the coast that we started at. Oh. Or right here. Look at that pretty car right there. Obviously, we're going to have a Hunter coming in second. Ghosty. Check in. I wonder... Okay, so I'm guessing the guys who are level 1s are just kind of stand-ins. Because I'm pretty sure the Lifesaver guy, he's one of my buddies from school, or when I was in high school. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the game. But I could be wrong because I haven't talked to him in a few months because I thought he was at basic.
Yes! Yes, you did it! Oh, wow! I am glad you did because
Why is there so many dodges or like 69 chargers I can get in this game? Like that's like my... Is that my second one I got? And I think there was a chance for me to get a third one. Ooh. And we got a new Porsche. I really want to go through and customize all my Porsches. That's one thing I want to do in this game. Just because from what I've gathered, it's really, really just something else. New Horizon. Well,
Hey,
I mean...
Kirby. I just got a notification. Ready to pick an adventure.
Hey, Cabby. Cabby. That hurts my soul. So I'm trying to get most of the off-roading stuff done. If you guys don't know, I really love rally and stuff like that. But I just...
I've been sitting on this one for a while.
I just would rather get those over with so I can do some more street racing at the end of the game. It's like getting the hard thing knocked out of the way. I love rally racing, but I would much prefer to do street racing. But I guess we're going to end this off here. I know this kind of turned to a rant, but I love this car. It handles great. It drifts. It drag races. It does everything. So I would recommend buying it.